I first want to start off by saying a little bit of a follow up yesterday for those of you who followed and know what's going on. Um, Everybody pretty much knows I've been a cop for almost 30 years, and I've had some great times being a cop. A lot of that time since 2009 has been spent with Jonesboro Police Department, and it's been a great time up until the last 7 months when we got a new elected mayor, Donya Sartor, and it's frankly it's been hell for just about everybody at the city since she's got elected. And what makes this so special is that Donya is the first African American female elected mayor of the city of Jonesboro since 1859, and that's a long time. You're going to see the kids walking by back and forth and stuff like that. It is what it is. But I just want to say thank you for all of the support that I've gotten, for all the letters, from all the emails to all the phone calls that I've gotten expressing uh, people's anger and outrage of how could this happen. And I really want to say thank you because it means a lot to me at this time. I mean, nobody wants to be fired, of course, but there's some things in life I'm a true believer in that cannot be helped. And things happen in God's speed and in God's time. And why this is happening to me, who only knows. But I will tell you this here. Those of you who know me know that I will get through this just fine. And I still believe that justice will prevail. For the people who um, are skeptics, don't know, are supporters of the new mayor, Donya Sartor, I'll say to you this here. Um, with me, I have learned in 30 something years of doing this job how to separate business and personal. You may like someone personally, but business wise, uh, it may not jive. How people treat other people are important to their character, to their credibility as a leader in government, and just being a decent person is a very big deal. And people often ask me, what makes a good cop? And I say, starting off being a good person. And what makes an elected official is starting off being a good person. You just have to be a good person at first, right? You have to just be a good person, good moral characters, sound judgment, fair, ability to listen, an ability to realize that, you know what, I'm not always right. Or, you know, I've, 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 I've seen a lot in the last 7 months under this new administration with this mayor. And I'm not going to lie to you. You all know that at first I was big supporters of her. I gave her a campaign contribution because I thought it was a great idea. First African American female mayor, 1859. Who's not going to get behind that, right? It was a mistake. I didn't know. And I will say this to the citizens of Jonesboro: get to know your mayor. Get to know her in tough times. Come to some of these city council meetings and see how short she is with people, how she cuts people off speaking, how she's very rude to people, very abrupt with people, very argumentative, always sicking the chief of police on people to throw them out of the meetings and stuff like that because they're voicing their opinion. Not that they're doing anything wrong, not that they're doing anything illegal. They're just not agreeing with her. And she's having them thrown out the meetings and stuff like that. That's not the type of leadership that we need at the city of Jonesboro. It's never been done before since 1859. And it's a shame that under our first elected female African-American mayor, this is now going on. All right. Those of you who know, I'm going to speak the truth. If you don't like it, I guess you can click off of here. You don't have to watch it. But, you know, I plan on standing on 10 toes on the ground behind this thing. For those of you who have not followed this so far, several months ago, I'll give you the very brief. Several months ago, I was summoned to testify before an independent council that was put together by our city council, who are great people on our city council, and asked to testify against some of the wrongdoings that I had knowledge of what the mayor was doing. They range from reports to me of her pointing a pistol at a police lieutenant while in City Hall. She wasn't even supposed to have a gun in City Hall, let alone in the city vehicle. It is against the law to bring a gun into City Hall. So that's one breaking of the law right there. The pointing the pistol is a total other different charge. You can't even bring a weapon. If you were to go to the city of Jonesboro right now at 1859 City Center Way, Jonesboro, Georgia, 30236, and bring a loaded gun in there, you would be arrested immediately, swiftly. So I would strongly suggest you don't do that. But what I'm getting to the point of is she did that. She brought a loaded gun into the city center. And then not only did she do that, she had the nerve to take the gun out and flag a police lieutenant with the gun while she's saying, oh, I didn't know this was in here, trying to intimidate him because he disagreed with her some weeks back about taking private money and transacting that into a government business account, which we can't do. So see, there's more behind the story than what she's just telling, right? So anyway, I was called to testify against her, and I did so. And I would do it again the same exact way. I would testify honestly the same exact way as I did before. Once the report came out, they sustained every charge on that report administratively from the independent investigation that the city council hired this firm to do. They came in, looked at it objectively. They interviewed everyone, and they sustained the charges against her. The pointing the pistol at another, the rude and disrespectful conduct, the quid pro quo that she did with another officer and then got mad and didn't want to bring this officer on full time when he didn't donate $1,000 to her campaign. So these are some of the issues that we're seriously facing in the city of Jonesboro. And I know that a lot of people, including our city council, are frustrated with it and they don't really know too much what to do. And you may say, well, their city council, how would they not know what to do? Well, the city of Jonesboro has a charter, and this charter is set up in such a way to where we have what we call a strong mayor. So she is basically the chief executive officer of Jonesboro, and what she says go. That's the reason why she can terminate me or have ordered the chief to terminate me for absolutely positively no reason at all. That's the reason why she could suspend at will for absolutely positively no reason at all. These things have never been questioned because we've always had a sound mind person that I known of as the mayor of Jonesboro. Our city council has always been fair and treated people equally at the city of Jonesboro for my tenure there since 2009. And like I said, over the last 7-8 months, it's been crazy. It's been heck. And a lot of good officers have left because a lot of people are not putting up with this crap. So she suspended me without pay for 2 days, and then she suspended me 3 days administrative pay. I then put in a letter asking the board, the city council, to look into this and to investigate why I was even suspended in the first place. We have policy and procedure that says that if an employee is to be suspended or disciplined, A, B, C, D, E, F, G has to go. All that was surpassed with me. None of that happened with me. I wasn't wrote up. There was no, Lisa, really, we can't see you. We can't see you. We can't see you. What the heck? What the heck was that about? uh, uh, that's funny. So none of that happened with me, and I was just sent home, gun and badge taken, a vehicle taken, put on suspension without pay for 2 days, and that was that. And then she um, came back after I wrote an appeal to the city council and the administration staff there, and then she suspended me administratively until the outcome of the investigation. Now, when I went and testified against this woman, I know the type of person she is, and I figured that, you know what, I'm going to probably be fired for telling the truth. And sure enough, as of December the 4th, about 5:30, I got a letter of termination from the chief. The official reason for the termination is I went to the news media, and I will tell you this here. We do have a policy about news media and stuff like that, but what I will tell you this here also is, it also states that under JPD SOP section 14-2, number 3, when an incident involving an agency policy or the interpretation of a policy occurs, or a statement or requested which any that may adversely reflect on the agency's reputation, the release of information will be made at the direction of the chief executive officer or his designee. Well, first off, I was on suspension. I was not getting paid from the city when I did these news interviews. I was not getting compensated in any type of way. They took my badge, my gun, and I was a civilian. And as a civilian, all right, I have a First Amendment right of freedom of speech. I can speak to the press if I want to. So that goes absolutely out the window. There's no investigation I was informed of or anything like that. So that was one of the first reasons for the termination. And then JPD SPO 5.3 B, standard of conduct, public criticism, complaints regarding agency's operations should be resolved through internal grievance procedures. Okay. Well, first off, I never publicly criticized anybody. All right. I simply stated the facts. I was sent home and suspended without pay for simply saying, ma'am, I just don't feel comfortable talking about that, because I knew there was a gag order, and she was asking me about an employee who was not employed with the city of Jonesboro personal email. So I told her, I said, ma'am, I don't feel comfortable talking about that. And then that's when she sent me home 2 days without pay and then suspended me for 3 days. So there was no public criticism under there. It says, under no circumstances shall an employee of the agency publicly criticize the agency's policies. I never criticize our policies. Operations. I never criticize our operations. Or staff in a defamatory, never criticize staff in a defamatory, obscene, never obscene, unlawful, never unlawful, untruthful, never untruthful manner. So this is just Donya Sartor putting out a clear message to every other employee with the city of Jonesboro that if you F with me, you're going to be terminated. If you go against me, you're going to be terminated. If you say anything but other than let me have my way with you, you're going to be terminated. And then JPD SOP 5-1, conduct unbecoming of an officer. So please, someone tell me, what is conduct unbecoming of an officer? I've done nothing wrong. There hasn't even been an investigation except for this one piece of paper that I hold here on my hand. This is the only thing that I have gotten as far as an investigation. No Garrity has been read to me. No, nothing has been read to me. Nothing. I've not been called in for questioning. There's been no investigation, no nothing. But yet, here I still stand now, terminated. So we wonder how government corruption manifests, how it grows. This is how, because these government officials know that, you know what, if I make an example of Sergeant Triplett, I'll keep the rest of the crew in line. And when that happens, she's free to do whatever because she knows no one's going to talk against her. So I do want to say, this is what it is, and this is where I stand right now. It's been 2 days since I've been terminated, but I do want to say one thing that's refreshing is all the support that I'm receiving. I'm receiving a lot of support when it comes to this horrible situation. A lot of people didn't know that about Mayor Sartor. And, you know, any of y'all who know me know that I can't be silenced. I won't be silenced. And, you know, I've said the same thing in comedy. I've said the same thing as in policing. I believe that everybody has a right to a freedom of speech, as long as you're not threatening people, doing hate crimes and stuff like that. Everybody has a right to freedom of speech, be it police officers, civilians, firefighters, ambulance drivers, anybody. It's your constitutional right. They cannot make a policy. No place can make a policy that takes away your First Amendment right. I won't be silenced. I will talk to anybody who want to talk to me about the situation, and I dare Donya Sartor to get on and talk to me live about this. She won't do it. She won't do it because she knows she's wrong. She knows she's wrong and she knows she's foul. And yes, I'm going to tell it to anybody that I can. So I just want to get on and say thank you guys so very much. It means a lot. All of the prayers, all of the phone calls. My phone has not stopped ringing off the chart. All of the support that I'm being shown and loved. I didn't even know I was loved that much. But thank you guys so much, man. I love you guys so much. I'll continue to keep you updated. Like and share this, please, to everyone, and support. You know, because I'm going to support you too. Support me in my fight here. Support me in the comedy world. I'm not going to die over this. I'm not going to catch a heart attack over this. It's simply a job. It's a job. That's why they make more than one police department. That's why they make more than, you know, other careers also. So there's a lot to go on from here. It's sad for me because I love the people that I work with. I work with some of the greatest people around, and it's sad that I don't get a chance to see them every day. But they call me every single day, and they ask if, you know, everything's going on and everything. But I really appreciate you guys, man. It means the world to me. You don't know. So keep on commenting, keep on liking and subscribing. Keep on following me through the comedy aspects. I got some good stuff. And you know what? God closes one door and opens another one. Don't we know that? Don't we know that? God closes one door to open another door. So whatever this door is, it's about to open, I accept it with open arms. Because it's going to be God's grace. He don't make no mistakes. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. He don't make no mistakes. So I'm not worried about it in the least bit. I'm going to let attorneys do what they do. I'm going to keep on being positive. I'm going to keep on loving. I'm going to keep on supporting people. I'm going to keep on with comedy. I'm going to keep on doing what Daryll Triplett loves to do, make people laugh. And for the employees that are still there at City of Jonesboro, I love you guys. You guys are great people. Don't you let nobody ever put a muzzle on you. Don't you ever let nobody muzzle you. If it gets to that point, then find another job. Find another job. Don't ever let anybody bully you. We teach our kids this in school about bullying, right? Bullies thrive on fear. They thrive on job fear. They thrive on, well, yeah, I know I got this car payment due. I know if I say something against her and she do something that ain't right, and I say something against her, I'm going to lose my job. All right. This is how people that should not be in power stay in power. So she's got it for 4 more years, probably, because she just got reelected again, because the people of Jonesboro only knew what she was saying. And that was our city council, who's comprised of, some white people there, was out to get her, which is a total lie, a total 100% lie. What they want to do is follow our charter and treat people with decency and respect. And by the way, the people that are complaining against this first African-American female Black mayor are people of color that look like me. So these are the people that she's hammering into the ground. These are the people that she's dogging out. These are some of the council members who are Black that sit on the board that she says discouraging things about. This is the same people. So you can't say that they're messing with you just because you're a person of color. It's not true. They're not messing with anybody else as a person of color to sit on a board. They have no interest in that. I know these guys since 2009. Okay? So, we've got to walk with our eyes wide open and not wide shut. And you can't walk in fear. So I'm not walking in fear anymore. I've never walked in fear for a very long time. And I will also encourage, always have a secondary job. Always do your own thing on your own side, whether it's comedy that you're getting paid for, whether it's a business on the side or anything like that. Because what that does, it stops the devil right in their tracks. Because if Jonesboro was the only thing that I was concentrating on since 2009 and never did anything else, imagine where I would be right now. But that's what she wasn't banking on. So yeah, absolutely, positively. It's Christmas time. It's the holiday seasons. I've got kids. I've got 10 kids. I've got grandkids. Do I want to lose my job right now? No, I don't want to lose my job right now. But I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to be dehumanized. I'm not going to be talked to in a disrespectful way. I'm not going to just be steamrolled over for a job. And nobody wants to lose their job. But you got to do what's right all the time. We are police officers. We don't get the luxury of cowering down in a corner and being scared because she's the mayor. When she pointed that gun at Lieutenant Newsom, she should have been arrested like anybody else would have been if they would have pointed a gun at a police officer. When she brought the gun into the city center, into the Jonesboro Municipal Building, she should have been arrested right there. That's a violation of the law. It's still not too late for charges. But here's the problem. Will the DA do the right thing? Because when she did that, the chief of police and the city council that was backed by the city council went to the court and had her thrown out the building. Then she called one of her sorority sisters, Judge Carter, who overturned it and said she can go back into the building. So see how this favoritism thing works? Oh, I'll just call my homegirl over here. She's going to take care of it for me right here. So forget what I did. Forget I pointed a pistol at someone else. Forget that I even bought a gun into a government facility. I'll just call my homegirl over here and she's going to take care of me. And that's exactly what happened. So hopefully someone that watches this, maybe someone knows the governor, maybe someone knows people in power more than I do, apparently. And maybe they can jump in and help. I don't know. I don't know what to come of this here. But I do know this here. I have great people. I have a great support system. You guys are great. I appreciate you guys so much. And we're going to keep thumping on. We're going to keep moving on. And we're going to be happy. We're going to have a great holiday season. And I wish the best for her too. I don't hate Donya Sartor or anything like that. I hope she has a very Merry Christmas. I think she's just foul in a lot of ways. And I think that people need to see how their elected officials really are. Let's see you in the morning. Let's see you with no makeup on, how you act first thing in the morning, how you act. And this is what this is. This is the reason why I did the first news coverage on it. This is the reason why I did. Because when she gets on the news, she has this motherly feel. She dresses the part. She parades her little granddaughter around town like she's just, a great person. And I'm sure in some aspects she probably is okay. But as far as the leader for the city of Jonesboro as the mayor for 7 months, she's, in my opinion, done a horrible job. A horrible job. So again, I just want to get on and say thank you very much, guys, for supporting me. Please continue to like and share. My name is Daryll Triplett, aka Officer Keep It Real, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Thank you so much. All right, bye. Peace.